G'day. Oh, it is an absolute ripper of a day on the ranch. Oh my goodness. The sun is just warm. I've got all the clothes on the line, so they are going to be ready to come off shortly. Very, very pleasing. Washing done. Hey, what I'm doing today is our chicken coop. Now, I've got a beautiful chicken coop here on the ranch. It is so cool. It's a lovely, lovely area. But I've got a problem. I've got big foxes, very aggressive foxes, and I've got birds of prey, which is ace. You know, I think that's the best thing ever. But before we get some chickens, I have to make sure the girls are going to be safe. I'll just take you in and show you what I've kind of done so far. A few nice perches up there. Nesting boxes. This is undercover, this little area, so this will be their night keep. And there's some ace doors now that you know, you can. They're on like a light sensor, and they open close just automatically. So you know that's obviously what we're going to kind of do, because it's going to be a few days. They have to look after themselves. I mean, feed's easy. Feed and water. You can soon give them enough food and water. It's just that letting them in and out. And oh, my olive grove. I'll just quickly show you my olive grove. You see how the tree is so droopy? That is because it is laden with fruit. Laden with fruit. That's the big girl there. And then we've got quite a few smaller trees. The big tree is it's a very small olive, so I would suggest that's probably for olive oil. The bigger ones are more eating olive. I didn't plant them, so you know I don't know the varieties, but you know, I suppose it's common sense, isn't it? Yeah. And what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 trees down there. Okay, so the dog's helping me dig a trench. I need to dig a trench right around the chicken coop. And then lay some wire in the trench. So being in the construction industry, it's almost like a footing, but I'm going to lay wire in it, so when the foxes come in and the girls are asleep, they can rest peacefully, because the old fox will start to dig, and he or she will get their paws caught in wire, which I imagine to be quite unpleasant. So the foxes aren't hurt. They can go on to the next yard. I'm happy. The girls are happy. It's a win-win situation. Much better than a bullet through their head. So I've got a couple of tanks here. Oh, I don't know whether I'd call them tanks. They're only 1,000 litres each, these, for the chickens, so we might have to get a bigger tank. I need to sort of sort the roof out a little bit better too. It's a few holes in it. But, oh, look at this day. Isn't that just gorgeous? So this is the back of the coop. So I've got a really nice little unit that we had somewhere else, and that will be ace for broody chickens. Chickens that are sitting on their eggs and want little babies, little baby chicks. So the kids are very excited about that. So I don't know, we'll get 8, 10, 12 chickens and a rooster, of course. Probably don't need to explain about the birds and bees at this stage. So this is the olive grove. So I've got a couple of beautiful trees, which I took some cuttings off and I'm trying to propagate, because these trees are doing really, really well in this environment. It's hot, dry. So not everything survives here. You have to pick what is working. So I planted these ones up here. They're the only two that I've planted. One and two, and they're doing really well. They're settling in nicely. But down this other way, those trees were already here. So yeah, they've settled in. And the big ones have overtaken a couple of the smaller trees, which I think I will transplant. Thinking about putting a few more in somewhere so I can dig them out and transplant them in the winter time, of course. And we're coming in the winter, you know, for example, see there's a nice tree there and there's a nice tree here, and then in the middle there's a little tree. So it needs to be transplanted to give it a chance. We've got a great crop of quinces in the orchard. So we can maybe make some quince jelly or quince jam or something like that. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, there's that beautiful big one that I showed you earlier. It's a gorgeous tree. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's an example too, again. So there's a nice big tree there, nice big tree there, and I've got this little tree in between. So I think that needs to be transplanted to give that a chance. And olives are very tolerant. They will take a bit of transplanting. And there's another, that's the little one with those, that big juicy fruit on it, which is well, I believe an edible olive. Whereas these ones, where are we? Much smaller. Much smaller. So I reckon these are oil olives. So we'll have a crack at pressing some oil this season. That'll be good fun. We'll have to do some research on that. Oh, it is such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, look at that sky. Oh, Absolutely beautiful. So I've got my work cut out of me for me. I'm not quite sure whether that sounded right. I've got a lot of work ahead. That's today's task. Just this side. And then we have to go all the way around to make sure the girls are right. It's, you know, when you've got chickens, the last thing you want is for some damn predatory animal to come in. And foxes are just horrible. Yeah. Anyway, I won't give you details. I won't give you the graphic details, but I'm sure you can work it out. That's the chicken coop. That's the latest project. Hooroo, guys.